Okay, so now I'm gonna plot a function on the graph, and in this video what you're supposed to do is you have to infer or predict or actually interpret the limit from the graph. So now we're not gonna make graphs to figure out the limit. We're gonna figure out the limit from the graphs which are already made for us. And the way we do it is, so I'm gonna plot out some random function. I don't even know if if it's a real function or not. I'm just gonna do some jiggling wiggling on the graph. Let's say maybe like this I should go, and then like this, like this, like this, and like this, and like this. So this is a function, a very pretty weird function though. But let's say that's a function, and the points on the graph are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. We can close the graph. We can extend put the arrows. There you go. So let's say, I mean, this is a pretty continuous function, and I'll talk about continuous functions later. I'll just give you an idea. It's a continuous function, right? As there's no gap or hole present anywhere, right? I've just drawn this function using my pen and without lifting it. You saw it. I just kept on wiggling and jiggling with my pen, without lifting my pen at all, and I got this function, right? And it's pretty much continuous. Let's just try to erase this part. Okay, let's say maybe at -1, I'll erase this much portion. Okay, right? And I'll take that yellow color again. I'll make oh, oh I'll make a hole over here, and I'll just put it here. So now, if this is the case, this is the new case, and I'm going to tell you what exactly this is, this means. So now, if you see this function, it's pretty much continuous, right? It's drawn without lifting the pencil, except for this place right here, this -1. Where I've made this -1, I have a little gap or a hole present right where the function is at -1. So what I can say is that this function is continuous at all places except for -1. So you see, so the value for this function, let's say that this is some function. I don't know what this function is actually. Okay, so this is just the f of x. Okay, so this function is continuous, or I should say that f of x, this function is f of x, right? So f of x is continuous, and I'll tell you what continuous is in a future video as well. Okay, so don't take tension. I say that f of x is continuous where x is not equal to -1. You can see that from the graph, right? It's pretty much continuous with just that x is not equal to -1, right? And you see that I've drawn this circle with color over here. This shows that at -1 the value of the function is 1, 2, 3. So in this case, I ask you to find the limit as x approaches -1 of f of x, or of this function. Now again, we're going to use sided limits from the right hand side, from the positive and the negative direction. From the positive direction, you can clearly see that its function is going on, and it seems as if it's somewhere near this place, right? It's like 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's between -3 and -4, right? Or where -1 is exactly at this position. It's somewhere here, or it's negative, you can say 3.5. So from the right hand side, this function is approaching -3.5. From the, oh sorry, I just wrote it in the wrong place. From the right hand side, the function is approaching negative 3.5. Let's see from the left hand side. It's coming, and again it's approaching negative. You see that place from right hand side, from left hand side. From both places, it approaches negative 3.5. Again, so what I can say is that the limit as x approaches minus 1 from the negative is equal to the limit as x approaches negative 1 from the positive, which is equal to minus 3.5. And hence, what statement can I make? Hence I can say, just a second, hence I can say, okay, that the limit exists, very much exists, and the limit of f of x of this function, this weird function, as x approaches 1, overall, negative 1 is equal to negative 3.5. So you saw that we found the limit of that function. Now you might say that, and I seriously had this question when I thought of it, the limit as we approach f of x from the positive and the negative, from both directions we get to 3.5, right? But you see that minus 1, the function at minus 1 is equal to 3. So why are we writing 3 minus 3.5 and not 3? See, limits are that what happens when we approach a certain value. We don't care about what the value of is at that point. Like in this case, we don't care what the value of f of x is at minus 1. What we care is what is it approaching as x approaches minus 1.